Hey, what's going on everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine, doing awesome actually. So today, welcome back to another Minecraft building video. Today, I have here a cozy Minecraft house. Oh, this has to be my favorite Minecraft house that I've built to date. Well, I should say tiny house, like, you know, on the smaller scale of things. You know, definitely up there with a lot of other houses, but this has to be my favorite tiny house that I've built thus far. And I absolutely love building these still. You know, I know how I said in my channel update, I do want to focus on the bigger builds, but, you know, sometimes it's good to come back to smaller builds and really just sort of improve upon that level of skill in terms of trying to fit this amount of detail into a smaller build. So without further ado, let's take a look at the exterior a little bit of this house, and not just the front of it. Definitely got a cool little entrance here. I sort of wanted it a little step up, even though it's not really stepping up into the house. It's more of just stepping up and then going back down again. But still, as for this nice little porch effect for the outside, which I think is really, really cool. Not necessary, but I think it's cool for the exterior look. We have a nice little window on the front here, just to give it a nice little appeal to the front there, and nice little flower pot, just to give it a little bit of color, because we have a lot of brown and, you know, a little bit of green and gray and all this stuff going on. The flower pots really help add a little color where it's needed. Walk over here, we start to see a little bit of the fireplace, because, you know, this build, surprisingly, on its tiny scale, does have a fireplace, which is really, really cool. Walk around the back side here, nothing too special. And then we come back here again, and it has got a window and just some nice little details here and there. Now walking inside, it's very, very cool. It's got a very cramped interior, so I do warn you, if you're claustrophobic or anything, you might not like this interior, but here we go. Nevertheless, we walk inside and immediately you're in the house. We got a nice little green carpet here just to add some little color, as I said before, and then a nice little flower pot. Your chests are up in the ceiling here, just for storage convenience reasons, because when you're starting out in Minecraft, you really do need that storage convenience, so this really helps as well. They do open. There you go. There's a little perk there. You need a trap chest and a double chest there, just a regular double chest and a trap chest to be able to do that, so that's how I did that. And if we look over here, we have some furnaces as well, which are really nice. And I absolutely love this little fireplace design. It really does help give something and a little bit more life to the room. Fireplaces are great, but sometimes on this small of a scale, you don't want to burn your house down, right? So it's a little bit of an issue, but the magma blocks really do help with that, and getting some sort of a fireplace design in. And over here, we have a little bed. So, and a nice little armor stand, this little weapon rack. It's looking great in here, and I absolutely love it. So, with that said, let's get into the tutorial part of this video. Alright guys, so make sure to put down this layout in your world somewhere, because you're going to need it just to start off this tutorial. It'll make it easier for me, make it easier for you, and you'll be able to follow along pretty easily. So first off, we're going to start off by putting dark oak logs coming up from the layout, 4 blocks tall, in all the spots that are marked on the layout. After you're done that, I'm going to be putting a little bit of stair detail in the front and putting a block of cobblestone in the front as well. We're going to do this for all around the sides. Now going all around the sides, we want to connect up our logs up at the top block here. Just going around and doing sideways logs. Right there, I'm doing a little bit of stair detail in the front. That's going to be for our porch of the house. Now I'm going to go around and place a little bit of cobblestone and andesite. Now this is just for a little bit of randomization. I love using cobblestone and andesite for the base of my builds. I'm going to do a little bit more stair detail. You want to follow this along because we're not really going to need these stairs. In certain spots we will, but in certain spots we'll have to take them out due to the fireplace. Here I'm going to leave a little gap for the window. And next I'm going to start already by working on the roof. Now, this build is pretty much almost complete. Now, it just takes a few easy steps just to set it up. Now, you could leave it at this. You could say, hey, I'm done with the roof. I'm done with, I don't need a fireplace. I could use that extra space for, putting in a, some extra storage maybe, or maybe some extra furniture. You don't really feel the need for the fireplace. So you could say, hey, I'm done now. I could just do the interior myself, and that's that. So I'm just doing a little bit of stair detail with the roof here, and I'm doing a combination of half slabs and stairs, so very good to pay attention on this part. I messed up a little bit there during the tutorial, but that's okay. I'm going to face the stair outwards. Now this is a little bit different than the original design that we've seen on my other creative world, but this is going to give you a little variation of without the fireplace if you guys aren't interested in that. You'll see here, I'll start by placing some half slabs going around with full blocks in the middle. I start to do a little bit of outside. I put a little bit of full blocks there just to give it a little bit of detail for the roof. And I'm just doing a little bit of more half slabs and doing a little bit more spruce. And there you go. That is the house without the fireplace. Now if you would like to end it there and just say, hey, I'm done, feel free and go ahead. But now I'm going to go ahead and start off by doing a little bit of filling in the glass first before I start putting in the fireplace, because I want to mark off where all my glass panes are going to go. You can see one that's there. There's all the one on the other side. There's only 3 windows for this build, even without the fireplace. At this point, you can put it in a door. I just didn't do it until later on in the tutorial, so if you're wondering where the door is, feel free and go ahead and put a door in. Now right here I'm putting a little bit of stair detail. Now you'll see I changed this later on in the tutorial where I use half slabs to detail. I might actually do it now. I do it now. There you go. So yeah, so I go around and I do a little bit of more half slabs because putting those stairs at the end of each logs doesn't necessarily look good. It's just to add a little bit of support to a build, it's to make it like flare out at the bottom, and I think that's a cool look. You don't have to do that, of course. You could probably just put bushes going around the build and just cover those little end bits there, or you put pistons at the end of the logs, whatever you want to do. It's really up to you. Alright, right here I'm just going to decorate the front of the build a little bit by adding a little bit more. So you can see I had to break my flower pot, but I'm going to be putting these fence gates underneath because these act as great little stabilizers for the little roof supports. They work really well. I like them a lot, and if you want to do that as well, you can do it. You can just use normal fences if you don't have fence gates on hand, or you just don't feel like making fence gates. They are a little bit tricky to place, but I do like those a little bit better than just placing normal stairs going around. They also add a little bit more detail than the normal fences or stairs. So right now I'm going to go into the build and start tearing out this back corner of the fireplace where it originally was in the original design. And this is really going to be really cool because I'm going to be putting a magma block in, and this is not going to light the house on fire. I absolutely love the magma block for this. You can see here I'm putting a little cobblestone block behind that, and I'm also doing a little bit more stairs and a little bit more stone brick. And so I do this because even though the house is not going to light on fire, I still want it to seem like that, yes, there needs to be a fireplace that goes all the way up through the roof and needs a chimney of some sort. I'm not just going to leave it with, okay, I don't need a chimney. Yeah, it's not going to actually catch on fire, blah, 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 blah. I try to make it still realistic and try to make it fireproof in the sense, even though I know it's not going to catch on fire. So I'm going to be grabbing some cobblestone walls here. These are really going to be great for just adding a nice little chimney effect. What you could do here is add a little bit of cobwebs to the coming out of the chimney just to add a little bit of smoke. It's a nice little decoration. I didn't do it on the original design, but it is a suggestion for you guys. And I'm going to modify the roof slightly here with the fireplace version, just having it come up a little bit, giving it a little bit more detail. So it's an inward stair with an upside down stair with a half slab on the end. You'll see in a minute here. So the stair that we have here, I'm going to fix that little part of the roof just to match the other side so it's symmetrical in a way. And I'm going to be turning this stair inwards or back, upside down stair, and then turning that one in towards the upside down stair. So you kind of got an idea there. There it is again. I'm kind of looking at it right now. You can kind of see, like, I'm now going to put a little bit more support underneath those little half slabs with the fence gates. And that's going to add a little bit more detail to the back side of the chimney. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I did actually post this build on Twitter like a day in advance before this video even came out. So if you guys are interested in early builds and getting builds early and looking at builds and just taking a look at cool, awesome builds, yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys follow me on Twitter. I'm always updating you guys on what we should do with the channel and, you know, just general things like what do you guys want to see on the channel, and if you guys want to put your input on that and you have Twitter, it would be really awesome if you guys can give me a follow over on Twitter. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. I know I did. I absolutely love these little cozy little cabins and houses and everything. It really is a nice breakup from the big castles and the big buildings that I've been doing as of late. So as I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.